Could you tell me a little bit about what in your face or neck that bothered you?
I really wanted to make sure that I was combating not having what people, I guess, will call the Ozempic face. So I met with multiple doctors. I found that a lot of the doctors that more appeal to TikTok crowds, other things on here, are really making you a camera-ready face, not a real-life face. A lot of people want to look good in their own selfies. I wanted to look good when I'm walking down the street.
When you first looked in the mirror after surgery and we unwrapped you at day 2, what went through your mind?
My lips look freaking amazing.
Could you share your name and where you're from?
Absolutely. My name's Anne Marie and I'm from the Los Angeles area.
Could you tell me a little bit about what in your face or neck that bothered you?
Well, there was a few things. One was just also age and genetics. There was also the fact that of GLP-1s and losing weight. I really wanted to make sure that I was combating not having what people, I guess, will call the Ozempic face. I definitely didn't want to be moving into that direction. So I was looking for something that really wouldn't alter my appearance as much, refresh it.
Great. How were those changes affecting you on a day-to-day basis?
Well, in a few ways. One, well, I quit looking at myself so much because I didn't like the way I looked. Second, I noticed also the way people treat me. I'm a very petite woman, so I've always been treated in a very kindly manner. That started to shift and change. However, since this, within 3 to 4 days, that was already changing with the way people were responding to me. So I think part of just the way we view ourselves is also the way the world responds to us. And I was noticing some changes there. Also, I was just not as happy with my appearance any longer, and I felt like it was something that was modifiable. On that, I hope we're not going to, I've done a lot of things that were more superficial. And a lot of those superficial things required the same amount of downtime as doing what I did with you. They just didn't deliver any of the results, or they delivered very minimal results. And another major reason I was moving in this direction is I got really scared of filler. I saw a lot of people getting filler, and a lot of my peers that had been getting filler for a long time, they were looking a lot older because of the filler. And it was causing a more of a pillowy look, and I wanted to avoid that, and I wanted to gain back or refresh my appearance.
Now, you're just a little over a week out from doing the surgery.
Yes.
And you had the face and neck lift. You had the skin resurfacing over the face, neck, and
Yes.
chest. You also had a bullhorn lip lift and your upper eyelid.
Yes, I had an upper
All
blasphemy, bullhorn lip lift, which I keep getting a lot of compliments on because no one can even tell. And frankly, if I couldn't tell quite the difference because it's such a straight line, I might think you just took a scalpel and drew on me because you can't tell. I read extensively about getting the bullhorn lift because it supposedly takes 4 to 5 years off of the appearance. But most people have a scar. It is just accepted, but the majority of people that do it that have a scar are very happy with it. When I met with you, you sat down with me, you went over the complications, went over scar possibilities, everything and how that would be minimized and addressed. And what I got left with looks like somebody took a ballpoint pen and drew under my nose.
It was that good.
Yes, actually your own nurse forgot I had it done. I had to point it out.
Well, your lip stands out so much more because you really didn't have much of an upper lip
I
at all.
didn't.
And now you've got a beautifully matched set of lips, and that scar's going to fade away so nice, and it just rolled out your lip and made it look beautiful. Plus your eyes are perfectly matched.
Yes.
You know, and these are just adjuvant procedures we do at the same time as we do the
Absolutely.
lift. And so it was a perfect time to do it all together at once.
Absolutely.
And you're only a little over a week out, so you can see a little bit of bruise that you may have
Yes,
there,
I have slight bruising here.
but there's no bruising and minimal swelling everywhere else. So that looks so amazing.
Absolutely. And I've been doing a lot of aftercare with the hyperbaric chamber, with the lymphatic massage, with red light. And what this has also done is allowed me to see other people that are in the same stages of surgery as I am. None of them believe I'm only a week and a half out. And they say by day 3 or 4 of this, you're supposed to regret that you did it because of the swelling. Not only did I not regret it, my best friend came to visit and we came to see you.
Now, wasn't that great that you did all of this under local?
Look,
You did,
that was one of the main reasons of choosing you. There were a couple reasons. Can I go into that?
yes.
Okay, so I met with multiple doctors. Maybe that was not the time to tell you, but price was not my concern. Um, Quality of the aftercare, the incisions, and I found that a lot of the doctors that more appeal to TikTok crowds, other things on here, are really making you a camera ready face, not a real life face.
Oh,
I wanted a real life face because if you use the selfie on your iPhone,
yeah.
it distorts your nose.
Okay.
So it can distort your face because the way the camera is. A lot of people want to look good in their own selfies. I wanted to look good when I'm walking down the street. So I also didn't want somebody who wanted to mess with my nose. You never wanted to mess with my nose. You went directly where I wanted to go. And when I told you I was worried about some asymmetry and others, not a problem. They were all able to be combined into one. And part of the idea of being local and not general anesthesia is if anything happens, we can revise it. It's not that big of a worry. It's very easy to come in here first thing in the morning, have surgery, go home. I'm not at some strange surgical site where God knows there's COVID, MRSA, or who knows what else that's been there. That's not a problem. And last I checked, as somebody fairly familiar with cosmetic surgery, it's over $10,000 just to book the surgical site.
Well, did you have any hesitation after the consultation about doing the procedure?
No, because I looked at also your work on real self and others, and one of the main things I paid attention to was scarring and any of the lines. Now, there had been some where people had said some things about scarring, but they were all ones where they had pulled. You could tell that it was part of what they did with aftercare. So there's a point here that it's my responsibility and a point that there's the doctor's responsibility. What I was looking at was what the doctor was responsible for because I needed to take responsibility for myself and my healing journey.
How was the experience of the surgery and the aftercare?
Great. One of the best things that I've liked so far is I come in every week. You look at, you rewrap me, you check everything you did before. And if there's any problem, when there was a vein that showed up, you used a laser that got rid of it. When I might have had scar like starting to pop up, I was injected right away with steroids. Everything was taken care of immediately. It was easy. I came here, validated parking. It was just simple. I was in. I even told them downstairs, I'll be here 15 minutes. They put my car aside. I come up, I'm in, I'm out. You're very good about booking appointments where we all have our own privacy and our own direct time
Oh,
with you.
thank you.
I'm not waiting 45 minutes in your waiting room. I really appreciate that.
When you first looked in the mirror after surgery and we unwrapped you at day 2, what went through your mind?
My lips looks fucking amazing. I thought my lips look amazing. And he obviously did something here, but how come it doesn't look like it? That was my first.
Were you happy with the way your jawline and your face was looking?
Very. And I'm still incredibly swollen.
Yeah. For only a week and a half out, you look amazing.
Yes, I would agree. When everywhere I've gone to for aftercare have asked for your business card, that's a good sign.
How has this decision impacted your overall confidence since you've had the surgery?
Okay. So I'm going to hit this in two different ways. I firmly believe there's only a few things in life that you get to do that are just for yourself. One is education. You have it, no one could ever take it away from you. The other is taking really good care of your body. And this is the way I was able to really take care of my body. And if you love yourself, you care about yourself, you feel good about yourself. I mean, part of taking care of ourselves is having pride in ourselves. So when you do that, it's circular. And so that's how I feel about it. I think there's few things in our life that we get to do that are just for us that no one can ever take away from us. And that is our education and caring for our health. So caring for our mind and body.
That's great. If someone's on the fence about doing this and they were watching this, what would you tell them?
Well, we could grab my phone because I've already brought my best friend in. I'm scheduling my mom to come in. My husband's been in with me. I mean, I'm telling everyone, do it. Recover at my house. Why wait? There's few things in your life you got to do for you. And if it impacts how you feel every day, Why wouldn't you? It's a small price to pay.
Wasn't recovery easy under local?
Incredibly easy. I didn't wake up cold. I didn't wake up shivering. I had just done general anesthesia recently because of IBF. I would not have been so willing to do general anesthesia again. So, being able to do this local here in a private setting, husband was able to pick us up, very much felt not just very comforting. And that I'm coming back here for also everything happening in one area feels more secure. And it also feels like if there's any issue, it can all be taken care of here instead of having to go to multiple locations.
And the fact that it was under local where I could sit you up and fine tune everything, didn't that make a big
A
difference?
huge, because, okay, I don't know if you can catch this on camera. A lot of us look a lot better laying down. And I've noticed that some people that have gotten their stuff done have gotten it where it's more positioned to what they look like laying down. You want to know what you look like sitting up. Local allowed you, I think, the
Yeah.
ability. You would
So
have
I could really fine tune it nice
that.
for you. And that
Yes,
made a world of difference, especially on making your lips symmetrical, making your eyelids match and the jawline, everything like that was just, that's the only way you can do
absolutely. And if you remember, I told you, I kind of want to look like somewhat how I look laying down
it.
in our orientation. I mean, there's so much danger if you do the other.
Yes.
There's so many additional risks.
This is the only way to do it safely.
Absolutely. If you're doing something that is elective and for your own, why not do it in the safest, most compatible way for your body? And you're not putting that much harm on your body.
And you're getting the best result possible because you can fine tune it right then.
Absolutely. Also, what the women that I'm seeing where I'm in the recovery centers that were under general, they have a lot more swelling, a lot more edema. Their body's still processing all of the anesthesia that's going through them. Well, I process that in a day or I don't even know. I went in for the hyperbaric chamber and they were like, we really need you to come in actually the first week. I said, I'm here during the first week. They're like, oh, we thought you missed the window. So huge difference. And I definitely think it had, I mean, you would know more medically, but it seems like it very much had an effect on my recovery that I did have to, flush all of that out of my body.
That's so great. Thank you. For someone who's worried about scars and for looking overdone, what would you say about your experience here at Skin-Sation?
I mean, mostly I read people that get more upset that their face adjusted after the 3 to 4 month swelling, period, than they are really worried about being overdone. Right now with GLP-1, lose a little weight, it will all fall in. I don't think being overdone and your skin's still going to sag. One, I don't think your work showed that at all. That would not at all be even
Yeah.
a concern. I think that's a concern that was for my mother's generation, not for mine.
And the fact that we hid the scars very
Oh,
nice.
I mean, the scars. Again, I just had to remind your nurse that I had the bullhorn lip lift. She didn't even remember because she couldn't see the scar while she was looking at how my wounds are healing this morning.
That's great.
So when I have to remind people of the procedures I had done, and I'm only a week and a half out, the scarring's going very well. And also, if there's any issue with the scar, you allow me to come back in
And I fixed it.
as many times and fix it and address it.
Thank you.